Hello, welcome back to our videos about European reform. This time I'm broadcasting from Alpbach, this wonderful mountainous village in Tyrol in Austria, where there is every year the European Forum Alpbach, this European think tank, Austrian based, discussing about European reform. And I would like to focus this video here about the two countries very dear to my heart, you know already, Montenegro and North Macedonia, because they are really at this moment very much in the center of global attention, because what is happening is very interesting and very important. We just have a new government in North Macedonia. Congratulations, that's really very good news. I'm so happy about it. And I think this is a very strong pro-European coalition with clear direction towards your European Union membership, a pro-NATO coalition, and this is really perfect for Europe and for the West and for North Macedonia, obviously, first of all. And that's very good. So congratulations to the new government, and I call on this government to act very fast and decisively and adopt the euro immediately, and transform the dinar, and then start with the euro in the same level like Kosovo and Montenegro have adopted the euro unilateral. That's the best way in order to have tangible results for the voters, because this coalition has only one MP majority. So it's very complicated and contentious elections as it was, and we are very lucky that there is a pro-Western government in Macedonia now, confirming the NATO membership in a way, and also having a lot of things on the agenda. Obviously, if we lose a lot of time, there will be certainly coming a lot of negative events by hostile actors, and this could derail this government. So it's important to be fast and to secure the success of the last 4 years by adopting the euro, then also joining the EU sanctions against Russia for the Crimean annexation. Somehow in this fragility, Macedonia didn't do that. That's very important to do that in the beginning. And then the EU to really integrate North Macedonia very fast under this term of Ursula von der Leyen. Not somewhere in the 2030s. You have seen some of my videos maybe. That's all total nonsense. This has to happen in this mandate. And I want to be very clear. We need 3 more countries. We need North Macedonia, Albania, and Montenegro, our 3 NATO allies in the European Union in this mandate. That's about Macedonia now, of course. That's in principle very good news. I'm confident this will be a good government, but don't do this kind of delay, wait and see, reform tomorrow attitude and focus on very complex details of negotiations. There is little to negotiate. Yeah? North Macedonia is since 2005 already a candidate country, and this is all well prepared. And some things we are complicated to fix anyhow. This will be done later as a full member. So now again, priorities first, doing the currency thing, and then fast integration and accession of North Macedonia. Now let's discuss Montenegro. Montenegro had a very contentious election, and it's also a difficult moment in the history of this young nation. And the election results are 40 in the government coalition, the pro-Western coalition, of 81 member seat parliament. So it seems 1, 2, what we have, the success 1 on the pro-government side, pro-NATO coalition side. In North Macedonia there's 1 missing, in 1 member missing. And so the whole confused people who somehow are only focused on getting rid of Djukanovic, who was not even, is the president, he's not even on the election in that sense. And so some people are celebrating Djukanovic has to go and all these things, and after so many years in power, there is of course a case to be made that he is too long in power after this many, almost 3 decades in power. But what is really important at this moment is not the specificities of one personality, but the geostrategic direction of the country, which just joined NATO in 2017. And of course there is massive hostile intervention in Montenegrin elections in 2020 from even Vucic made it very clearly that he is intervening and supporting the Serbian parties. And obviously there will be much more happening, which is not on the screen at the moment. So what needs to be done? It's very clear that here it's a case where the European party families have to work with the local, with the Montenegrin affiliations, and with the Democrats and with URA, with the Greens, and to intervene and to discuss seriously if there should be a pro-Serbian or pro-Russian prime minister in that country, or any ministry in foreign, defense, interior should be anyhow not involved in any direction closer to the Russian interests or Serbian interests as well. Because sadly, again, under Vucic, Serbia is acting as a proxy state for Russian influence in the Balkans, yeah? And that's very, very bad. And you know, losing Montenegro in the daylight under our watch would be a complete mistake, and we cannot allow that, I think. And I call on all European politicians and all interested friends of Western orientation of Montenegro to postpone the big change away from Djukanovic, and some people dream, for another 5 years, yeah? Because now in these 5 years we need to make sure that Montenegro is a full member of the European Union, and then, you know, we can do all these political infightings and, you know, discussing about the 90s and all this exercise of political cleaning up process. That's all possible to do by time, but only inside the European Union, once stability and clarity is given. So what is necessary is that there will be a coalition between the Social Democrats and between the alliance partners. They have 40, and then with the Democrats and with the Greens, with URA together, in order to really build a stable pro-NATO coalition and make sure that we have a government in Montenegro which is a firm ally of the West and leads and transforms and reforms Montenegro, which is mostly ready, you know, already. Yeah? You know, it's not so much reforms needed. And the thing is, just a government which is ready for doing the necessary things for getting Montenegro together with North Macedonia and with Albania into the European Union in this mandate, to be EU of 30 in this mandate. And it's absolutely possible. There is no doubt. And after having lost the United Kingdom, and you know, the current political elite of the European Union has to live with this really failure, you know, the loss of a member state. Yeah? It can only be logically to welcome 3 new countries, to show the attractiveness of the European Union, to show that we are attractive as a union where countries want to join, and also to stabilize the very complicated territory Southeastern Europe. Yeah? And when NATO means something, it means that we are an alliance, and that's very important. And we have 3 members who are not in, and they want to join our alliance and our union. That's the 3 NATO members: Montenegro, North Macedonia and Albania. And obviously we should get them into the EU in this mandate. And I call to all European politicians, please be very attentive now on the process of enlargement and complete enlargement with the 3 NATO allies of Southeastern Europe in this EP mandate. So in 2024, Albanians, North Macedonians and Montenegrinians will be able to vote in the European Parliament election. And that should be a real strategy, and that is the overriding aim and the most important thing for the European elite at this moment, and I hope that we will achieve that. Thanks a lot.